start with the 2022 meeting, and if everybody's read them, if they have any additions or corrections.
I'll move to approve the June minutes.
I will second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That was
Okay, you can sign and pass on that.
I don't have much. We had a late meeting last month. We just extended the sludge removal contract with Senate Grove for another year. And I talked about the wastewater treatment plant expansion. We have it out to bid right now, and the opening is on 6th, I believe. So we're just kind of going to wait and see what the prices come in, and we'll make a decision from there.
that's for the expansion. The sludge has something to do with that, right?
Right,
That's
so
part of that.
sludge is your byproduct.
Yeah.
This contract we approved was to haul that out, so it's just the company that hauls it.
Oh, okay.
So we approved the contract for.
How's that different from McKay? Is that a weird question to ask?
Well,
Just don't
we
they
have
do
our
it all
own
there?
wastewater treatment plant, and they do the same thing at their wastewater treatment plants.
So they have somebody that comes also and everything?
Yes.
Oh.
Lots of times we piggyback on contracts that they have for different chemicals and things like that. And then they Metcom actually participates in our plant to some degree because there's a few outlying users of our plant that are outside the town boundaries, and so that they're considered Metcom customers, but their sewage comes into our plant. Like out Hanover and out towards the fairgrounds, out Hollywood Road, and then Vandenberg Elementary. So all those are outside the town limits, but they still flow into our plant, and we have an agreement with Metcom, and they cost share to that percentage.
Oh, interesting.
It's really so interesting.
I will say, when I did the McKay tour for LSM, it was very interesting. Some of it.
Way smarter than I care.
All right, no other topics?
Not really, unless you have questions.
Okay, then we shall move on to our new business, which is the 2021 Maryland Department of Planning MPD Annual Report. We are requested to review and approve this.
Now, being new, would you like me to go through this kind of verbatim, or?
Not verbatim.
No.
Okay, so I can just kind of give you an overview. Yeah, so we had 84 permits pulled in the course of 2021 with.
New residential.
That's correct. Brand new homes and/or townhouses. So we had 60 single-family dwellings, and we had 24 townhouses. No new commercial construction. It was mostly all renovation. And then it asks us to report any new changes to our ordinances or resolutions, which I've listed, which is the ordinance 209, which was the annexation of the two pieces of property over by the Garden Memorial Cemetery, around that area right there. It's actually 65 acres and 22 acres that circles the cemetery.
That was annexed in? No.
Plus the 209?
4, right?
I mean, we're just
This was
didn't-
that was for the Route 4 for the nursing center.
Yeah. Down the hill. I was like, I don't remember the. I thought the cemetery
There wasn't.
There was,
request,
yeah.
One time that it didn't happen.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't?
So is that, but that 209 is for the nursing center. The part Valley parcel and the nursing center.
Then our ordinance, there's something wrong with our,
Maybe the scan.
because, okay, we'll have to talk about that, because I took these right off of this thing.
Off
The
website.
ordin-
You
yeah.
took it off the website.
I
so
did.
There might be something with the scan.
Okay, I apologize.
It's okay. It just caught me off guard because I thought it was just the only annexation was that.
Right, because I went through and said, I'm going to know all about all these things before I come. And so I printed all these exhibits and everything, just in case you guys had questions.
So we get to teach you.
Yeah, so there are those people with that one. They're probably not going to do that. The original one, because I remember that.
Can you tell
So,
That's even for sale.
Probably,
Yeah.
That was where they went in.
so the next one was, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so the next one was the amendments, text amendments, for the water sewer usage, increasing the sewer usage. And for the life of me, Laschelle, I could not remember the numbers. I thought you said 600 million to 1,000.
No, we're at 680,000
680,000.
gallons per day now, and the expansion we were talking about a little bit ago is to go to 1 million gallons per day. So we had to, actually amend, amend the county's, comprehensive water sewer master plan to say that language in it before MDE would let us move forward with our expansion, so that's what this is.
And so, moving down to item C, we had ordinance 204, which was the critical area of the code, and we basically took out chapter 60 that we had and inserted theirs for chapter 60.
We updated our.
Right.
Yes, our critical area. This all happened in 2020.
Right. So I'm just reporting on 2021 only. And then ordinance 206 was the streets and sidewalks. And when I read through that, it just essentially said that the folks need to keep these things clear of obstacles.
Yeah, that was for the handicap to get through.
It was, it was
Correct.
to accommodate the outdoor seating.
And then we have C, which is resolution 2-20. And that one was the annexation of the area where the memory care facility and the one parcel there at the corner. And lastly was the resolution 2-21, which was the adopt the outdoor seating guidelines for venues outside here right in the square. So I've printed all those. If anybody has any questions or anything, I guess you're pretty familiar with them. I had to go back and read them all because I wasn't. I wasn't.
Wasn't there also one about the 5G?
That was the year
That was
before.
year before.
Yes.
Gosh, I feel like I lost a year.
I know, that's why I was like, wait, wasn't there then?
Every ordinance doesn't get incorporated in this.
Sure.
It's just the ones that are zoning related.
Oh, I
So
see.
Just go back
Right.
through all the ordinances that happened or resolutions that happened last year. There's certain ones that
Need to be in there,
incorporated.
okay.
You all would have been briefed on everything.
Yeah, I do remember all these. That's why I was just like, is that from? When's that from? So, there you go.
And so, any questions on that section?
Nope.
Okay, so as we move on for the development capacity analysis, the residential zoned acres with capacity was 1,594, and the residential parcels and lots with capacity was 2,020. Okay. And then the other one, the next section was the funded agricultural land preservation. To my knowledge, or what I could find, we had 0. And then measures and indicators, the only item that needed updating was the total number of units constructed. Again, it was 84. And then that just carries down, and at that time it's 100% because they're all pulled. And then everything else, the next section, amount of commercial growth, we had no new construction as far as new building, that kind of thing in 2021, so that's 0. And then the next one is the adequate public facilities ordinance, and I don't believe we have one of those, do we?
We do not.
Yeah, so I didn't fill anything out with that. Lastly was the planning survey questions, and these are optional, but I went ahead and did them anyway. And it just says, does you, what? Never do it? You want me to take it out?
It's on record now.
No, well, so, it says, does your jurisdiction have a bicycle and pedestrian plan? I think we talked about that and said no, and then does your jurisdiction have a transportation functional plan? And again, we I said no.
He's just saying don't make extra work for yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
To circle back, so both people were right on the comp plan, so, we did not, that was not for annexation, it was the update of the comp plan, and it was about the parcels out on Newtown Neck Road, because we did start through the process, they did not annex though. So the annexation was about the American Center property.
Correct.
209 was the update of the comp plan, where we talked about the possibility of annexing that property on Newtown Neck Road, but then it never happened, so I just went back and looked at the ordinance.
That's what that was.
So both of you were right, everybody was right.
Yeah, there was something we had to change before you could
Yes.
even
we had-
attempt to
we
do
had
that.
Yes, before we would start the annexation process, we had to update the comp plan, and it was for the Newtown Neck property, but that did not happen.
And my apologies for that. But that's the end of that report. Does anybody have any questions that I might be able to answer?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll approve it, since you said that it's right, because it includes the comp plan though.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, and I think the description was already correct on here, it's just, the confusion.
Oh, we said it,
was just-
I guess I used an inappropriate word.
Well, no, I just was thinking it was regarding, so, anyway, we got it all straight, and you can approve the, report. It's on there.
Because I took that verbatim from the resolution or ordinance.
So,
I'll make a motion to approve the 2021 Maryland Department of Planning annual reports.
I'll second.
all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Our only other business is our monthly in-house permits for June.
Yes.
If you have any questions about any of those.
I think so.
Moving forward,
Yep.
looking good.
So we had quite a few townhouses actually get use and occupancies in June.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I see him right there.
I see a lot of stuff there, like the Bold Bell building with the,
Bikes.
yes, that.
So in that
Thanks.
Bell building, we have Maria Nash in there. We have Elevate, which is the bicycle. And then we have a gentleman, he does steel fabrication and powder coating. It's Gibson Steel and Fabricating. He's in the process and getting himself in there, so.
Very cool.
Kind of excited about that, to be getting it used. They're even talking about possibly in the near future using the big area that's overhung, where I guess we used that once as a backup for the concert, to maybe do some sort of produce market or something like that every now and then.
Very nice.
So
That's really cool.
And Doodah Deli move too. It's nice.
I know, that is
Yeah.
really nice.
I see that on here too.
Michelle, when do the facade grants, when are those awarded?
Well, we awarded
Those already did happen, the ones that we just seen in April.
in like May or June.
In May.
The choices.
Yeah.
And then we notified everybody.
Oh, so they were notified.
They were
Okay.
notified, and a couple of them have already started. And then we actually, just were awarded a grant for the L-Town Alley for $75,000, we just found out about, so.
Nice.
Congrats.
Yeah, that
Very
project is
good.
moving forward pretty full speed ahead, so.
Very
you can see
good.
the activity now.
Yeah, it's really nice to
Very
see that.
good, congrats. That's
exciting.
awesome.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Mhm.
I'm excited about that.
I'm excited to see Antoinette's get the
Yeah.
thing like the rest. Do
Yes,
you
we have
know
to-
when that's gonna
I
happen?
don't know, I haven't talked to them, but,
That
I
would
know
be
they
nice.
signed their contract and everything, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Antoinette's, not to hijack this, I went to Antoinette's one day and I saw a gift certificate on the ground with AirPods or like headphones or whatever. And so I took it in. It was from you to Iban for
Oh,
Sweet
he
Day.
dropped it?
Yeah, he must have dropped it in his headphones. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm
So
so
they
glad to
can
get
give us
this.
the, Mad Hatter, and so we gave them a gift certificate.
That was very sweet.
Oh, very nice that you found it.
Yeah, and returned it.
Rural citizen.
She got that on the record.
That is on record, so.
I'm not taking dinner, so.
Oh, so yeah. There, oh, maybe I'll ask him.
Yeah, most people I know that come to Leonardtown, they think it's fun with all the seating, and then I get all these people that complain that they can't park. You know,
I haven't really heard anything. I think when the
I haven't
alley's
either.
done, it's gonna be so fun back
Yeah.
there.
I only have one
It's a
answer.
block off, you know.
Walk a block.
Yeah, walk
What
a
is it?
block.
Park
Yeah.
in my driveway and walk
It's
over.
a short block.
You know, I
It
can't, I don't understand people that have
well,
to.
you all saw the presentation that Nathan Reichel did that plopped the Walmart down and showed that one end of the
From one end to
parking
the
lot,
other,
it was
yeah.
like, what was it?
I know.
Madden the Gardeners or something.
It's like the
Yeah.
entire Walmart, yeah.
It's crazy, our whole square.
But I must say that the bus that goes around,
And a trolley.
I was really impressed at how far and how many places it goes.
Except for.
It doesn't go to Academy.
Please, Michelle, please, please. Everybody begs. They're like, please.
Well, we're getting really good numbers using it. We need to get Route 5 done. And if things go well, we have a grant in for that. We can really need to add a second.
I was gonna say, you might want a second
Because
shot.
really, the route is a half hour long right now, and it stays on time pretty well. There's a tracker, you can scan the QR code and track where it is. I think there's a competition now between Clark Express and Leonard's Grand of who can ride it most.
That's funny.
It's like 20 feet from my door, so
We
very
got a
nice.
cute picture with the group from Clark's Rest on Saturday, the trolley driver sent it to me. So, we're just gonna keep trying to, figure out what's best and get data. I think we had 90-some people ride it on one Saturday. And
Wow.
So it's getting a lot of usage and that's good. So.
That is great. It's good for our business.
Well, I think it's
It's a trial
wonderful
mode right now, so.
that it goes out to those housing developments like that. I'm sorry it doesn't go to yours.
That's the
I just
best
wink,
part.
wink at Lucia.
Yeah. I haven't ridden it yet, but there are days when I've come out to the end of the driveway and I thought, should I wait for it or can I walk up the hill to my house?
I have a little,
It's fun.
relative
It is fun.
of Tommy's sister that he is like 9, I think 7 or 9, and he rides at Linwood's ride it every weekend. The trolley driver knows him now. He just does the loop. He just loves it. And
That is so
it's really enjoying it. And the drivers are excellent.
Yeah, they are very good. Good.
So no other questions? Another one.
No other,
No other questions?
glad-
No other
Thank you,
statements?
Heather. No other questions.
I'm good, Mike.
Everybody's good? All right.
Your turn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.